everything's fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.
I have in the studio a guest, a delectable young lady called Miss Disha Mandalia, if I have spelled and pronounced correctly. Disha, you're very welcome to the show. She is a trained psychologist, trained and qualified psychologist, would I say, practicing and working and living in Dublin. So she'll talk about herself and her work and what's going on in her world, and how does she conduct her business, how does she live in Dublin, and what's her experience of living and interacting with the indigenous community of Ireland. Disha, you're very welcome to the show and very welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Siraji, for having me on show here. I'm really delighted to do this conversation with you here today for all the listeners and share my story of living in Dublin, Ireland, and working here for a while now.
Fantastic. So you born and grew up in Mumbai.
Yeah, that's right.
A fantastic city, a city that never sleeps, they said, like New York. A bustling city of how many millions? 4 or 5 million people?
Oh, I think way more now.
Way more. Well, it says that 2 million people commute between in and out of in Mumbai every day.
Yeah,
the labor.
Absolutely right.
And it's interesting to see. I've been in and out of Mumbai many times since the last few years. And I love the city's pace and the energy because obviously I belong to the film industry and I have lots of friends and colleagues who are pretty much active in this. But tell me about your experience of growing up in Mumbai.
So having lived in Mumbai, I think one thing that we learned very early on is to adapt to a lot of situations because, as you said, Mumbai never sleeps. Mumbai is always going, even if there are problems, there are issues. Next morning, everything is just back to normal. So I think bouncing back, adapting has been a way of life in Mumbai. And though a lot of people, I think, living in Mumbai would dream of becoming an actor or living the film life, I had very different dreams while growing up. And that's probably why I'm a psychologist today.
How you become? That's exactly was my next question. Did you choose to become a psychologist and how has it landed on your lap?
I think it's an interesting story. So just when I was in my high school or junior college, as they say in Mumbai, I was just 16 when I had to select the modules or subjects for my course. And I remember my mom was helping me select the subjects and she said, oh, look, you can choose psychology as one of your modules. And at the time, I didn't even know what it means. I couldn't even spell it right. And
with P.
yeah, with the P, exactly.
Yeah.
So she said, look, you're a very empathetic girl. You understand people. Maybe you will like understanding people's behaviors and just read about it more and see if you want to pursue it. And I guess then there was no looking back because I studied it for 2 years, fell in love with the subject, and then I went on doing my undergraduation in psychology, followed by masters, various certifications, and it just grew.
Fantastic. And was she qualified as well? I mean, what your mom is qualified to?
So my mom is a homemaker, though she has her degree in accounts and commerce, but she's a homemaker.
And your dad, what does he do?
So he has his own business back in Mumbai, and
Fantastic. So when did you decide for me to go abroad and study or work, and how you end up in Dublin?
So I was 20 when I moved abroad for the first time. I went to the United Kingdom for the first time, lived in Cardiff for a while and studied, worked, gained some experience, after which I went back to Mumbai for a few years and practiced in different settings as a psychologist. So I worked in a hospital for a bit, and then I was working in a school as a school counselor, working as a special needs assistant. So I gained a lot of experience in applying psychology in various settings. And after that, I decided to come to Ireland, where I pursued my master's in organizational psychology. So that's how I became a business psychologist or organizational psychologist, because I was very curious to know how psychology can be applied in organizations, whether they are small, medium-sized, or even multinationals, because psychology honestly is a day-to-day part of our life, and it's almost applied everywhere.
It's fascinating. Psychology has always been, I'm attracted to the fact that, you're playing with the, with the brain and the way a human brain interact with the life and with the situation you find yourself and can get out or sometimes get bogged down into it. It's the strength of your mind. I'm passionate about, I don't know, you've heard about this theory of Stoic philosophy, which is a Greek philosophy of the power of mind, and how Epictetus and all these guys, Roman empires and all that, they used their brain. That brain has got so much power to drive you and work with you rather than, pushes you. So the ultimate aim is to basically to make the person happy, I would say.
Absolutely. I guess that's the goal in life. If someone asked me that, what are you aiming for? It could be different goals. It could be education, career, family, relationships. But I think the ultimate goal would be living a happy and a qualitative life where you feel content with yourself, with your own decisions, and you just feel the calm and peace that one needs to feel in life.
That's a Stoic philosophy. Exactly. That's what it is, that you are in control, you're in calm, you're peace, and you enjoy more when you are in control over it rather than somebody else is controlling you. How do you find the people in Ireland reacting to and your experience of dealing with the people? What are the issues you've come across?
So there are a lot of issues, and I think certain issues are very universal in nature. So talking about people, so I believe that everyone goes through the similar kind of journey when it comes to not being able to choose a career, not able to decide what's next in life, or sometimes feeling stuck. And these feelings are pretty normal and common. I would say not normal, but common for a lot of people across countries. And in Ireland, what I've seen is that people have this similar challenges when it comes to work, especially because I've worked with a lot of corporates here. So it could be performance management, it could be work-life balance, or burnout, or not able to ask for help. So sometimes it's your personality as well that depends on your personality, what challenges you face. So these are some of the common challenges I have seen that people struggle with. A lot of times it could be lack of self-worth or self-love. So it could be personal, it could be professional. There are a range of issues that I have seen and dealt with.
Mm-hmm. One thing when people do talk about these things is the power of positive thinking and positivity in your life rather than negativity and the negative thinking which pushes you down, that I'm not good enough, I can't succeed, I'm a failure. All of that pushes you down. And sometimes the criticism comes from even from your parents or from family or those people. How do you, as psychologist, would recommend to fight that negativity? In a cultural way as well, because in Indian culture, the negative culture, I think my personal experience is pretty dominant.
Yes, that's right. I think that's a very fair observation that you have. And a lot of people very silently struggle with these issues without knowing that these are the underlying problems. So a lot of times you might feel like, why is my performance not good at work? Or why am I not able to make friendships? Or why am I not able to sustain relationships or marriage? But the underlying core issues could exactly be what you pointed out, that sometimes you feel you're not enough, you're not worthy, and that kind of, there is lack of awareness. So how I feel you need to deal with it even before thinking positively about yourself, because for a lot of people it could be quite difficult to change the mindset overnight. But I think it starts with acceptance and awareness of where you are at the moment. And I guess that made me start my own business, which is also called That's Okay. So
wonderful. That's what I'm going to talk about here. Tell me about your business. How do you conduct yourself in business?
So I always had this dream of building a business which is truly available for every person at whatever stage they are at in their life. So I came up with this name because I truly believe that's my value or motto for running this company, that's okay.
So your limited company is okay. That's what they're called.
Yeah, it's called That's Okay.ie.
That's okay.ie. Wonderful, wonderful.
So it's easzy to remember, but also it just is very self-explanatory that if you are struggling in life, or if you have lost your job, or, if you're really feeling low at the moment, that's okay. We can start from where you are. You don't have to have it all figured out to be successful in life or to feel happy in life. It all starts with where you are currently. So,
the other thing which I also observe regularly, being in this show business, so-called show business, which the people say there's no business like show business, people constantly comparing themselves with the most successful person or the most successful icon in their head, or saying that, look at them, they're doing this, that, why am I not doing that? How can I reach there? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Comparing yourself with somebody else?
I think comparing yourself to your own journey is somehow helpful. For example, if I look at myself 10 years, 15 years ago, I would have never imagined that I would be sitting in Ireland running my own business. But if I compare myself, I would feel very happy. Or, even if I don't feel happy, if I feel I have not achieved something, I would feel motivated and inspired to do more in life. But comparing yourself to others is usually not very helpful, because we sometimes fail to realize that everyone has their own journey, their own childhood, their own resources available, and based on their own journey and experiences, they have shaped their life in a certain way. So I guess comparison never truly helps.
Great. I wanted to hear that. That's a very good suggestion that you have you've mentioned. The other thing that people do say, that the negative thoughts, that's not you. It's your thoughts only. You are different from your thoughts, and you can change your thoughts towards positivity and to become whatever you want. Because if you think, a famous quote of Robert Redford, has passed away, Clint Eastwood, is a power of mind. The Clint Eastwood says that if you think it's going to rain, it will rain. And that's what it is, that how strongly you think you're going to succeed or you're going to achieve whatever you set out to achieve. And that's also psychology, isn't it?
Absolutely. I believe that mental health is about two things. One is definitely your thoughts. So how you think about a situation, and also how you perceive things. What do you do with those thoughts? So, for example, I'm doing this radio show. I could feel very, very nervous. But what can I do about it? I could either feel that, oh, wow, I'm so excited to be doing this and this is a thrilling experience. Or I could be like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I just can't do this. So again, these are two thoughts that I have. So sometimes it's also choosing the right thought for yourself, which will help you rather than which will bring you down, is important.
Wonderful, wonderful. What do you do in your downtime? I always ask this question. Do you overwork or your mind? How do you relax? What do you do for the...
So I really love traveling. So I travel quite a bit. I am a solo backpacker. So I travel across Europe or even within Ireland. I do a lot of trips. I love driving, so I do that. I am a trained classical dancer, so sometimes...
Really? What do you dance?
So I do Bharatnatyam.
Bharatnatyam, interesting.
So I sometimes go for those dance workshops over the weekends, or... Yeah, those are my hobbies.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great to listen your hobbies and great to listen your interest. These are the things that actually keeps the person relaxed, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your hobbies. Film industry. You grew up in Mumbai, and I can't avoid asking you, what was your influence of what do you think of the Indian film industry, by the way?
Okay. So I think Bollywood industry especially...
sorry to interrupt you, which iconic actor, Mr. Bachchan, says that we should not call it Bollywood.
Yeah.
We should call it a Bharatiya or Indian film industry. Because Bollywood is a second-rate Hollywood.
Right,
That's
okay.
where the term come from.
Okay.
Bombay's Hollywood. That's the first time somebody coined this term, which was very catchy and catched up with the young people quite quickly. Bollywood. But he hates it. He said we should not call ourselves Bollywood. That is a second rate of Hollywood.
Yeah.
But as you in flow, you mentioned the word. I
Thank you for correcting. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But no, I think there were better movies back in the 90s, I would say. And the storylines were really good and quite relatable as well. I think now there are fewer movies that you can connect to, and maybe culturally as well, they showcase different things. Maybe there were more family-oriented movies back then, and things have changed. But yeah, I think there are still good movies. If we say Indian cinema, then there are a lot of good movies.
And that boils down to writing, in fact. The writers were more creative, more culturally rooted back in Indian cinema and Indian culture, and that's where the scripts were coming through the production companies. Songs are also a big part of the Indian cinema, which is no other industry in the world has incorporated songs with the storyline. This is a very unique thing. I always talk about that. Do you love music, Indian music, or do you listen to it?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So stay with me. I'm going to play a couple of songs, and then I'll play a song of your favorite songs. So there you go. Thank you very much. Stay with me, and I'll be back with you with more suggestions that you can make about the songs. But in the meantime, here's the track that is a very famous track. Beautiful song, and one of my favorite songs, O Mere Dil Ke Chain Aaye Dil Ko Dua Kijiye. Now, Disha, I was talking to you about how you reach out to people. What do you do in this technology world of WhatsApp and all that? How do you reach out to your potential clients?
So we have two ways of doing this. One is the company deals with individuals as well as corporates. So if you are an individual, we provide range of services, wellness coaching sessions on different areas. So let's say if you're struggling with your career, with job, with work, with relationships, or you're just feeling low at the moment and need someone to talk to and have a plan in place, then you can contact us. I would soon share the details. You can reach out on our website, which is www.thatsokay.ie. So THATSOKAY.ie. Or you can email us at connect@thatsokay.ie. And you'll find all the information. You just need to fill out the form and we'll reach out to you. And if you're a corporate organization and you want to focus on performance management or have coaching sessions for your team members, or I do specialize in neurodiversity. So I'm a specialized expert in neurodiversity coaching. So if you are neurodivergent or any of your team members, your staff members have autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, I support with that in terms of accommodations in place, performance management, communication, feedback, etc. So you can just reach out to us and we'll schedule an exploratory call with you. And we customize for each organization and individual, because I believe that well-being cannot be the same for everyone. It is a different definition for each person. And I like to customize it based on your own needs and based on the number of sessions you need or the kind of services you need, whether it's a workshop, a training, or a group session, or just one-to-one coaching.
When you say one-to-one, I was going to ask you, are you expensive?
Well, I would say that the price is based on the value you get out of it.
Of course.
I wouldn't say I'm expensive or not.
But you're qualified and experienced. That's your positive and the plus point about it. And that's what it is all about. Thank you very much indeed, Disha, for coming into the studio and talking about it. And I won't let you go without you suggesting the listeners your favorite song.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. you could, play Jeena Yahan, Marna Yahan. Maybe
Jeena
that's
Yahan,
just
Marna
about
Yahan.
life.
Okay, this is all about life, and it's a beautiful film called, Raj Kapoor film Mera Naam Joker. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this particular song, which is a favorite song of our guest today, Disha Mandalia. Miss Mandalia, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
जाना कहाँ जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ जी चाहे जब हमको आवाज दो हम हैं वहीं हम थे जहाँ
Who doesn't? Every girl's dream.
दोनों जहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ
Some good actors, no doubt about it.
ये मेरा गीत जीवन संगीत कल भी कोई दोहराएगा ये मेरा गीत जीवन संगीत कल भी कोई दोहराएगा जग को हंसाने बहरूप दिया रूप बदल फिर आएगा स्वर्ग यहीं नर्क यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ जी चाहे जब हमको आवाज दो हम हैं वहीं हम थे जहाँ अपने यहीं दोनों जहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ कल खेल में हम हो न हो गर्दिश में तारे रहेंगे सदा कल खेल में हम हो न हो गर्दिश में तारे रहेंगे सदा भूलोगे तुम भूलेंगे वो पर हम तुम्हारे रहेंगे सदा रहेंगे यहीं अपने निशान इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ जी चाहे जब हमको आवाज दो हम हैं वहीं हम थे जहाँ अपने यहीं दोनों जहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ
Frequency persons. So that's it, and time is up, and a couple of minutes left, and I probably will continue another song before I'll let you go from my program. But thank you very much indeed for listening. And thank you, Disha, for coming into the studio. And I really appreciated your presence. If you want to say final word, goodbye.
Thank you once again, Siraji, for having me on the show. And to all the listeners out there, please take care of your mental health. Your well-being matters, and there is nothing more important than that. Live happy.
Absolutely. You said it well. Thank you very much indeed once again.
You are listening to 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Broadcasting from the Dundrum Town Centre. This is Dublin South FM.